Нет, сюда нельзя, у меня работа. Так, я, похоже, онлайн, только я не вижу. Рустик, я уже онлайн, пожалуйста, забери ребенка. Я сейчас все настраиваю, но я уже онлайн, я не могу сделать на паузу. Good afternoon. I'm happy that somebody is already here, and it's a bit earlier. We will start in about 8 minutes. I'm just checking all the equipment and sorting it all out. So, yeah, this is my first real stream on YouTube. Well, I had a trial yesterday, but it was not really, you know, the same way I'm going to do today, because today it will be through a Zoom. I'm in Zoom at the moment, and you see me on YouTube, and this is a kind of experiment for me as well. But I never I never try to stick to the easiest solutions, and that's why I'm trying to stream on Instagram at the same time too, which makes it even harder and challenging. And in a couple of minutes, I'll start with the topic. Meanwhile, I'll just connect to Instagram on my account, Photo to Remember, which is my photo profile. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit of a challenge for me this afternoon. I'm using two different cameras, and they are sort of nearby, but still I see some, difference. And I'll try to look at two cameras at the same time. The topic of today's stream is stories, how stories can make you more, visible in the timeline of your friends, subscribers, and so on. And for my Instagram subscribers, I just remind that I'm waiting for everyone on YouTube today. And YouTube live will start in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, but I'm already online on YouTube. So if you're watching me here on Instagram, could you please go to the link in bio and join me for live on YouTube, because this is what I will do. I will show some slides today, and it's a presentation, and all the presentation is on my computer, and I will show it through screen sharing on Zoom, and through Zoom I'm online on YouTube at the moment. So this is how we will work, and thank you very much those who watch me on Instagram. But I'll switch the live stream now off for Instagram subscribers. So if you want to join us, you can still do so. Just follow the link in my bio. Thank you, and have a nice afternoon. All right, just sharing. I'm just sharing it on Instagram for those who still hesitate what to do, because it's not obvious, especially if you have never done it, if you have never tried streaming. It may be hard to find where that magic button is. And as I'm using a new source for myself today, it is a challenge for me as well. So I'm just trying to type on Instagram that I want to welcome everyone to my YouTube live. And I'll just say that link in bio, that's all. The link is in bio. Link in bio. So if somebody, is waiting for something, sometimes it is quite confusing when I announce a session on Instagram and people log in into Instagram, but I'm not actually there, I'm in Zoom, and that's quite confusing. So all right, all done for Instagram. So what I will do now, I'll just put my phone down, face down on my table, and I'll also, put the correct right part of the headset into my ear, and we still have some time. So I see Grigory here, and it's really nice to see you. And I can't see anyone else, but I'm not sure if it's something with YouTube or if it's something, because actually streaming has some delay. So if you watched me on two devices, if you were as quick as I was to use two devices, you would see that on Instagram I'm a little bit faster than on YouTube. And also if you joined me
on Zoom, which I did not mean to do so. I mean, I didn't invite anyone to Zoom, but if you wanted to see it, then you would notice that there is some delay as well. So these are some technical issues. But today we are not going to speak about them. We are going to speak about stories. And I've prepared a presentation. And at the moment, again, I'm just looking at my computer because I see my Zoom interface and I see the interface of YouTube. It's a bit below than the camera I'm looking at. And this is how it works. This is some magic. So it's about the time to begin, but we still have a couple of minutes. And if you see me on YouTube, could you please write something? If you are online and you watch me, because I know that my sisters were going to watch me live, and I'm sure that they the first people to log in. So if you see me on YouTube right now, can you write a plus in the chat? The chat of live is to the right of the hand side of the screen. So if you just follow to the right with your mouse, you can see the chat, I'm sure. You'll be able to see it. And just for those who have just connected, I will type in chat so that you see it too. Okay, good afternoon, Jane. Good afternoon. That's cool. That's cool. We have some audience gathering, and we still have about a minute. Thank you for a plus. I really appreciate it, Victoria. It's great that you are joining, and yeah, I wanted to type something. Yes, this is where we chat, and it's cool to have some feedback while we are online, because it's very exciting to be online. I mean, it's very exciting to be live, but it's also great because I can get some feedback immediately. Well, almost immediately, because obviously there is some delay. Okay, so how can stories get or make your profile more visible? My name is Alina Yusupova. I'm a family photographer and I'm a business coach living in Sydney, Australia. And first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming live with me. It's so impressive how many people said yes to my invitation to come and join me for this workshop I'm streaming right now. This is a 3-day workshop. It's absolutely free of charge, but for me, it's also a challenge because it's my first workshop on this kind of topics where I have to go live and share some ideas which I have just started applying into my practice. Let me say a few words. Well, I've recently changed my activity on Instagram, Facebook, and even YouTube. And if you are one of my subscribers, you might have noticed it. The reason I did that was that I decided to go and study in this kind of time, challenging time. And the course I took, one after another, all the courses were connected with social media marketing. And one of them was an exciting course, which was in Russian, and it was about stories. The stories I'm talking here about are not the stories people write. These are the stories people shoot using a camera or a phone. So what we are going to talk today will be how stories, those short videos, which you see when you log into your Instagram account, these are the stories which you see here, your stories, and the stories of other people who you see when you hold your phone or when you open your browser and log into social media like Facebook. You see those stories. These are the short videos other people have shown to you already. So could you please tell me if you have ever seen, if you have ever watched somebody else's stories? If you have, could you please write, I have? If you have seen any stories on social media, could you please say, I have in the chat? Because the chat is very interactive and I'd like to know who I'm talking to. I'd like to see if you have done it. already, if you have tried to look at somebody else's stories. Because usually people say, well, I don't care about stories, I don't have time to watch videos. But I'd like to see, first of all, if the audience who have come here to my workshop, have you ever tried watching somebody else's stories at all? If you've done so, could you please, type something like I have, because I'm really curious. And while you do so, I'd like to say that, okay, I'd like to say that it's absolutely different from watching. I mean, shooting stories is an absolutely different process to watching stories, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, I see that Victoria has seen some stories, has watched some stories, and that's great. I'm sure somebody else can type as well. So if you have, the chat, if you can access the chat, could you please write if you have ever watched somebody else's stories? Now, could you also say where you came from? Because unfortunately, I can't see any one of you online. I'm just looking at my YouTube channel at the moment, and I see nothing about the number of people online. And I would really appreciate if you could write the country or the city where you come from, because that's very interesting. Yeah, habitually. Okay, Jenny is here. Evgenia, nice to see. And right now, I want to share the screen, but first I have to prepare it. So what I want to show you is actually on my computer, and it's my PowerPoint presentation, which awkwardly enough is not really a PowerPoint. Today it will be a PDF, but tomorrow it will be a PowerPoint, I'm pretty sure. So there are some pictures I want to share with you. You will still see me, but I will be in a small icon. And if you see me, could you please write in the chat, I see you, because I really want to see how it all works. First live stream through Zoom to YouTube, and I really appreciate any feedback you can leave. All right, so yes, I'm here. And sharing these pictures with you. So this is my workshop, a 3-day workshop on stories. Sell yourself, and yes, I'd like to, if you can watch I'd like to know if you can see my screen. So please put a plus if you can, and we'll go on. So this workshop is meant for 3 days. Today is number 1. Today is day number 1. Yeah, I'll just people into phone in order to see your feedback. The 3 days will be today, tomorrow, and day 2, what to show in stories, and day 3, how to boost your stories. So today, every single person who is watching me, how you can start shooting a story. And I won't say anything about why you need to do that, all right? I mean, I tried to say that yesterday, and yesterday's live is available on my channel. So if you want to know more and understand why we all do that, you can just watch my other videos on my channel. It's not very well promoted, and I just left yesterday's trial streaming there. You can just watch it. Tomorrow we are going to speak about what to show in stories, how to make them really, catchy. And on day 3, on Wednesday this week, at the same time, we'll talk about how to boost your stories. All right. So the next picture, how can I start stories? And here I want to share some personal experience of mine. My first story, I mean, my really serious story was in my kitchen, and I had my first story shot with the help of my friend, and I tried to keep it secret to the social media, but my friend pushed me into the story section and literally made me do it. So I was baking a cake, I was hoping to give birth soon, and I wanted to have a cake, a honey cake, in my fridge when I come back home from the hospital with the baby. So I did have my first story published on that day, and it was impressive. You know, as a photographer, I do a lot of work preparing for a photo shoot. Sometimes the preparation is as long as 4 hours. Well, even today I had a photo session for my friend, and we spent about 1 hour making her hair, doing her hair. So you can imagine how much time it is to prepare a child for a photo shoot. And the maximum I could get as engagement was 3 or 4 likes on my professional page for photography. And I thought something was wrong, but I never thought the technique I was using was wrong. And with that short story of me baking a cake was actually such a huge difference. So what happened? More than 300 people saw me baking a cake, literally, and also waiting, well, expecting a baby soon, because I also spoke to the camera. I said that I was 41 weeks pregnant. And that was a challenge, believe me. I felt embarrassed, I felt shocked, I didn't feel comfortable. It was really hard, but I did it, and so should you. These are some pages I've prepared. Well, Tony Robbins, I'm sure you've heard something about him because he's quite a famous person and quite popular too. You can see his Instagram. He has 5.3 million subscribers on Instagram. BBC News, 14.3 million subscribers. That's quite impressive. Well, I'm on this page. This is for photography, and I'm so shocked that the colors are changed here, but I'm sure that it is some technical issue. Okay, never mind, but the colors are different. And even my dress, which is blue, here seems brownish, but never mind. So what is a story? A story is a way to make people peep into your personal life. Yes, yes, that's exactly what they do. They want to look what your real life looks like. They want to see what you really do when nobody's watching. They want to look into that keyhole and see what you are doing. They're so curious. You may agree or disagree. You may say that you are not curious, but the number of people being now online watching me is just exactly the same, because most of you have not confirmed that you would be coming, and I didn't know who to expect. But you were curious. You wanted to see what I have to say, and that's very, very impressive. This is how our brain works, actually. We are very curious creatures. And even a 9-week-old baby is curious enough to be gazing more people the child does not know yet. Can you believe it? A 9-week-old baby already admires somebody else more than those faces that he or she recognizes, like moms, dads, sisters, and brothers. And that's quite curious. Why do I need to care? Well, we all live in a challenging time, and these days, unfortunately, we have to admit that 50% social media only to see videos. 85% of those people who say, well, I prefer to read, I like reading something useful, you know, I only go to social media to read something really cool. Well, unfortunately, even from those people, 85% watch stories first, and only after that they scroll the timeline. What does it mean for us? They do watch you. They do watch you, and you do watch somebody else's stories, because 85% of people do that. So stories are very powerful. They are very powerful. They are easy, comparatively easy, entertaining, and free. Recently does not allow you to go streaming from your mobile phone if you don't have enough subscribers. You have to have about more than 1,000 subscribers in order to go streaming from your phone. Well, does it mean to us? It's quite easy to stream from Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc. And right now it's free to go live on those social media, but believe it or not, one day it can change. So people watch your stories, and when watching your stories, they actually see your profile more often. If they interact with your stories, they see your profile more often. And this is so precious. This is something we need. Because remember how I said that I usually spend about 4 hours to prepare for, for a photo shoot, be it a kid's photo shoot or an adult photo shoot, doesn't matter. When it is a setup I need to prepare, it takes up to 4 hours to take that one picture I publish on my professional website or Instagram account. And I need that engagement. Do you need that engagement? If you need engagement, if you want your audience, your subscribers to interact with you, can you please write 100? It means 100%. If you agree that you really need it, if you want people who subscribe to you, be it 10 people or 100 people or 10,000 people, do you want them to interact with what you do, with your pictures, your posts, your stories? Do you want to see their feedback? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, because this is what we do it for. The more we interact with, the more, the more money we can earn online. The more motivation we have to share the results of our work. Let me see. There is a mistake, I'm sorry. 99% of people will never shoot stories. How does that sound? How does that sound? 99% will never shoot stories. What do I mean by that? Do I not believe that you can do it? Sell yourself via stories. Stories allow you to sell yourself as a personality, and that leads to selling your services. When I say that, take any kind of business. Let it be, your professional business. I can speak about photography. I can speak about blogging. I can speak about teaching, etc., etc. When you want to start a business, doesn't matter what you do. Will you succeed? Will you really become, successful in that? Will you have enough money to travel, to afford traveling all over the world? Will you be able to buy whatever you want, just doing what your passion dictates to do? Do you think that you can do it? Well, you'd better believe, because when you believe that you're strong enough, that you're enthusiastic enough, then you can certainly achieve that. But unfortunately, 99% of people fail. And I'm sorry to say that, because, well, it's sad. It is sad. The 3 things that stop you from shooting stories, what are those 3 things? Let's talk about them. This is the picture I decided to share with you. This is a picture of a monster that one of my daughters drew. And if you want to guess how old this daughter of mine is, could you please write a number? I have 5 daughters. They are 3 months old, 2 almost, almost 6 and 8. So can you try and guess who drew that? Whose picture is that? Just write in chat, how old is the girl who made that kind of monster? I think this monster is very cute. So I don't like myself. I don't like myself. That pimple over here, something is happening. Well, I'm so old. I can't shoot a video of myself because I look awful. I don't like myself. I hate myself. My husband said I am not attractive enough. My sister said my hair is not, perfect. My hairdresser said my hair is too weak. My dentist said that I had to have a filling 3 years ago and I didn't do it. I'm not perfect. I can't go on live. this is what you might experience as well. But believe me or not, if 99% of people will never shoot stories, will never go live, do you want to be among those people, or do you want to be that lucky 1% who still can do anything? The second thing which stops you, I feel embarrassed with the camera. Aliona, if you are here, just put a plus here. I don't know, I just chose this photo because I think this is a picture which just was on my phone, showing some kind of embarrassment. You know, I feel embarrassed in front of my camera. Yeah, I do feel embarrassed as well. You see, my daughter is not embarrassed. So everyone does. Unfortunately, everyone does. And if you watch somebody on TV and they say, well, I'm so relaxed, I can go streaming live any time of the day, I'm so public, I'm not scared of anything, don't believe them. They're joking. Anyone is embarrassed, but it depends on the level of your preparation. It depends on the light you're using. It depends on the filters on your camera. It depends on so many factors which can help you feel a little bit more relaxed. If you get ready, you can be a little bit more relaxed. And I hope that you will be able to do that. I'm scared of negative feedback. Well, me too. And you know, two of my sisters are watching me now, and you know who I'm scared mostly of? Them. And if my husband was here, I think I would be scared of him as well, because you know, those people who are close to us, they will not easily accept that you are doing something strange, you know, taking a phone and making a selfie, taking a photo, or even worse, if you try to shoot a video with them. Yeah, you might get some negative feedback, but you need to know how to deal with it. You know, some bloggers block their relatives. They just block, you know, they don't allow their friends and relatives follow them on social media. And I understand why. At least what you should do. What should I do if I want to start shooting a story? You have to accept yourself. You have to accept yourself. You are beautiful. No matter how old you are, how young you are, how experienced or not experienced you are. You know, once I was wearing braces. I was 26 and I was wearing braces, starting several courses at a time at different language schools in St. Petersburg. And I was so shy, even though I did have my own business at that time. And I was also, you know, meeting managers of all sorts and kinds, selling services to big organizations. And I was so shy teaching English wearing braces. And when I had my first group coming back for the next course, I mean, they accomplished one course and decided to continue with me. I was quite impressed. And it was amazing. People really liked me wearing braces. And I got so many compliments. I don't want to go personal, because the person who said the kindest words to me, I think, might be online as well. And I don't want to, you know, to embarrass him. So learn to switch on your inner lamp. You need to find a way to feel inspired, because, you know, no matter what you do, inspiration is important. And if you say, well, I'll just shoot some stories, you know, and leave it and publish them and forget about them, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You have to show that you are magical, that you are magnetic. You have to grow some magnetism. You need to show that something is exciting, something great is happening. You're experiencing some emotions. You need to show those emotions. You may be angry, you may be happy, you may be, you know, dancing, you may be crying. You need to show all those emotions to your audience, because stories are about you living your life. Not ideal, but your real life. Okay, and we'll speak about the ideal life a bit later. Allow yourself not to be perfect for somebody or something. Allow yourself not to be perfect. Have you ever seen a person who is perfect on TV? Well, I've seen many people, especially beautiful women. You know, as I said, that when I was 41 weeks pregnant, um, 3 months ago, actually, it didn't happen a long time ago. 3 months ago, I was baking a cake, pregnant, and had my first story, and it was watched by more than 300 people. Many of them sent some feedback. Many of them came after that story to my page, because you can see all that statistics on your Instagram account, and it's amazing. So what I was trying to say, that you need to accept yourself, because the way you look this moment is very interesting. You know, people I saw perfect on TV, I have this kind of, superstition probably. Every time I watch TV and see a TV announcer with the weather focused pregnant, it means I will be pregnant very soon. I can't believe I'm sharing this life with people I don't even know, but this is how it works for me personally. And I have 5 children. I've been pregnant many times, but I haven't had any TV set at home. But if I go somewhere, let's say to see a doctor with one of my children, or when I go to the gym and there are, TV screens on the walls, and if I see a TV announcer pregnant, that captures my mind, and it's actually the sign for me to go and buy a pregnancy test. But they look perfect. I never showed myself pregnant on social media before I actually gave birth, but they're not scared. So why should I? Yes, I'm not perfect. I'm not wearing probably something fancy. I'm wearing some, usual stuff I'm wearing with all these children at home, but you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be, ideal. Okay? You can be good enough, and that's good enough for stories. I mean, you should think of what you show in stories, but we'll speak about that later. Okay? This is your homework. You have some homework to do. But before we go on to your homework, I want to stop screen sharing for a while, and I want to see the chat, because unfortunately I can't see chat from my phone, and I want to see what's happening here on yes, right here. If you have, yes, okay. So I see your answers. I see your answers. Oh, well, oh my God. Yeah, 5 kids. Okay, amazing. Yeah, 2-year-old. Okay, good guess. 6-year-old. No, Zhenya, no. 2. Well, 6. No. Actually, the daughter who made that picture of a monster is 4 years old. So nobody guessed. Yeah, she's 4 years old, and you might have probably seen her online with me just a few minutes ago. So okay, now before I give you your homework, I want to say that tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. Sydney time and 2 p.m. Moscow time, I will be streaming like today. I'll share the link on our Telegram channel, the same channel you are following now. And I hope to see you all here. But I would really appreciate if you leave a comment, if you really want to shoot stories. If you really want to try to shoot stories, could you please write something in the chat for me to see that I'm not just speaking in vain? Because as I said, I don't see how many people are online right now. when I'm here in YouTube. I can't see how many people. I see lots and lots of comments, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you everyone who has already written something. That's really great. And if you could write that you are going to shoot stories, could you write that? Could you write, I'm in? Can you type here, I am in? Just like that, I'm in. That will mean for me that you want to try. Give it a go and try to shoot your first story. I'll give you a homework in just a minute, but before that, could you please write in a comment that you're in? And I know that there is a delay, and the delay is growing, is growing. It used to be like 20 seconds, and now I see that there are a few minutes, unfortunately. So if you're in, if you want to start shooting stories, could you please leave a comment and we'll go on? Okay, yeah, I see a comment from Grigory. You need to find the way to feel inspired. Show your emotions to your audience. Exactly. We can speak about inspiration next time. Not today. Okay, I see some feedback. That's great. I want to shoot stories. That's great. And now it's high time I gave you some homework. And here on YouTube, what I'm going to leave, just in case you're watching me by direct link, or you are watching it because somebody invited you to my channel, which can happen because I'm streaming public. I'll just write here that my Instagram for photography is a photo to remember, and my personal Instagram is Aliona Yusupova. That's my personal Instagram. Okay, and yeah, what I want to show you, I'm not sure if I can. I'll try to do it quickly. So this is my business profile, and I was online there before streaming on YouTube today, just 5 minutes before, and I want to leave you my my Instagram account as well. And I'm doing that not to waste your time. I'm doing that because I really wait for your feedback, as we have some delay. So a photo to remember. Why do I do that? Firstly, I do that because I want you to see my links you want to share in your homework, and you do want to do that. I'll explain why in a second. So I'm going to share my screen once again with you. Just a second. Not that. Where is my screen? Just a second. Where did it go? Okay. I have to minimize. Probably have. Okay, it's here. All right. We are all done. I'm ready to share that with you. It's just a bit different color. That's why I didn't recognize it on my desktop. I think somebody is watching colors here, and I'm not sure who does it. PowerPoint or Zoom or YouTube. I don't know what's happening. But this is your homework. You have to shoot your first stories in the next 24 hours. Why did I leave all those credentials for Instagram? Can you guess? Your homework for tomorrow is to shoot 3 stories of a beginner. Let's imagine that you're all beginners. Even if you have already tried shooting stories, even if you have tried and used all those sophisticated instruments and engaged your audience, if you have already had some polls, some questionnaires, if you have already published something curious which attracted more than 300 people to watch you in the first 5 minutes, even though, try and do this homework, because it will be different now. Now, shoot 3 stories of a beginner. And in order to do that, I'll just show it on my phone because I want you to understand fully what I'm talking about. This is my account on Instagram for photography. It is meant to be in English only, and that's why I'm just heading here. You see this home button. This is the icon to the left. I press it, and here is this small camera icon to the left top. I just click it, and then you see that, okay, yeah, you see that I can actually see myself. Well, you can see what you see, but if I do it like that, just a second, like this, see? I'm shooting a story. You need to click this button and do it, okay, like that. Hi guys, I'm shooting a story of myself and publishing it because I'm running my 3-day workshop on how to shoot stories and how to use them to promote my page. Okay, easy. Not easy. Not so easy. So what I didn't do right was I did not actually hold. So I need to hold like this. Okay, guys, I'm shooting my story for the workshop, how stories can help you sell yourself. And I'm shooting this story for the audience watching me on YouTube right now. So come and join me tomorrow for live streaming. And then what you see here, 2 videos, right? Every video here will be for 15 seconds. Well, the first will be, the rest will be not 15 seconds. And if you want to go and check, then you can just log in on Instagram and find a photo to remember and see what I'm doing right now. I'm also clicking here if I want to have a poll or mention somebody. Let's say I want to mention myself from a different account, Aliona Yusupova, and I put her here and show next. But before that, I want to edit the second story as well. And I want to write here, hi, and just exclamatory marks, something like that, make it bigger, okay? Make it bigger, and next. Here, share, and done. All done. So your homework is to do something like that. I've shown you the technique how to use it, but your homework is to shoot 3 different stories with 3 different backgrounds, but you in the camera, you in the on the screen, saying, number 1, admit how embarrassed you are. Say to your camera that you really feel embarrassed. Believe me, it really works magic. When you say to the camera that you feel embarrassed, that you are so scared of negative feedback, you're so scared of your voice, you don't like yourself, you don't like your voice, you don't like how you look. If you say that, believe me, there will be at least 1 person to support you. And what you need to do, you need to tag me. If you tag me in your story, I'll come and support you. I'll be here for you for 24 hours to see how much you tag me, how often you tag me, and I'm going to support you. Okay, I'll write comments, I'll send you some feedback, and you will see that I'm here, I'm a real person. Number 2, the second story you are going to shoot, explain why you need stories now. For example, you need to say that you want to promote your photography business more, or you want to learn the English language more. I know that some people are watching me today who are students. They're studying the English language for professional purposes or studying for migration. And guys, this is the high time you started shooting stories to improve your speaking skills, because this is how it works. The more you speak, the better you speak. So why not start today? And again, I'm an IELTS coach, I'm an IELTS teacher. I've passed out several times myself, and I've been coaching and teaching many people to pass it as well. And if you want my feedback on how good your English is, just tag me, Aliona Yusupova, or a photo to remember, and I'll comment on your level of English. If you want my feedback, well, believe me, I won't be too strict. I won't be too harsh. Okay, just speak to the camera, say why you need the stories for. To improve your English, or because you want to promote your business, or because you want to turn your hobby into a business, you want to find an additional source of income. It's okay to admit that. If you need money in this challenging time, it's okay to say so. It's natural. Everyone needs money. It's all right. Number 3, ask for advice. It's a different story, a different 15-second story, which you shoot, where you say, can I ask you to advise me how to make my stories interesting for you? Or can you give me some advice on how to shoot stories? Or can you explain why I need to do that? Just ask a question. Ask your audience a question. Why, how, when, anything, what they want to see. You know, if you're a professional, videographer, or if you are a professional photographer, if you are a student, if you are, let's say, I don't know, a chef, what does your audience want you to shoot? Ask them. So your homework is to shoot 3 videos and tag me in at least one of them. Okay, and I'll give you some feedback. I'll give you some feedback, and I hope what it will certainly change. It will change the interaction. What we want to have by stories, we want more involvement. We want to involve people in discussing what you have been doing in social media. We want to feel real. We want people to see that you are doing something great, that we are working, you know. For example, when I publish a photo, I want some feedback. Do you want some feedback on your posts? Do you want to see that somebody is reading? Then start now. I'll finish the workshop here for today. You have your homework. You know how to find me. Please subscribe to my Instagram accounts. I will be really happy if you can, look through some of my stories. I've been working really hard on them today. And my account, Aliona Yusupova, is in Russian, and the photo to remember is in English. That's why you are free to join any of them or both of them. And I hope to see you all back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock Sydney time or 2 o'clock Moscow time, 2 p.m. Moscow time. Thank you very much for this event. And if you are still here and have any questions, can you please write them on YouTube? And probably I could help you as well. How to tag an Instagram? That's a good question. How to tag? Yeah. So when you create a story, this is my personal account, right? So when you create a story, let's say, okay, I'll just take a snapshot of myself. There is green screen here. And this is me. This is me. Okay, let me just see if you can see me. Yeah, this is me on Instagram. And it looks absolutely very, very similar on Facebook and Instagram and on LinkedIn as well. So what you do here, you click that button, stickers, they're called stickers. It's a smiley face in some kind of a square, not a circle, but a square. Okay, and you take here, mention, and you find someone here. For example, this is my school, the Russian school we work for, and this is the tag. Okay, I won't publish this one because I don't like myself in this story. I just look, 20 years older than I am. That's why I'm just going to discard it because I don't like it. You can do it the same way. Actually, you don't have to shoot yourself in stories. You can shoot videos first. You can just go to your camera, make some videos first. So like normally, hi guys, I'm just working on my workshop online on YouTube on how to create stories. Come and join me. See? And then you can use that video to use as a story. Okay, any more questions? I can't see much because you are in the corner. Well, I'm not in the corner anymore, right? I'm just in the middle of the screen. Okay. Oh, sorry, if I showed you, I probably showed you my phone when I was not on the full screen. I'm sorry about that. Next time I'll try to be careful with that. Okay. Anything else? Any more questions? If not, see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Enjoy this challenge I'm offering. Thank you. See you. Bye.